Hey, welcome to the Sports Fury. I am Josh.
And I'm Shawn.
And it's finally time, Shawn. It's time to get down to it.
Finally something to do this
Yes.
month.
It's
It's
time.
the only thing to do right now in sports.
It's time to start mock drafting.
Only thing.
Now,
Yeah.
some people are already drafting in their leagues, and that is the wrong thing to do. Why? Because you never know what things can happen. Because
Injuries. There's preseason.
and stupid shit like your boy Zach, Zeke, the Zach attack.
The Zach attack. The Zeke attack.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He might be suspended. We don't know for sure. But yeah, you never know what might happen. We've seen so many injuries happen in the preseason.
That's why we're gonna draft late August, right?
Yeah.
After like around preseason games are going on and shit
All
like
about
that.
the third preseason
Yes.
game because none of the stars play week 4 in the preseason, so you don't have to worry about injuries.
Yeah.
At that point.
So right now, the time is to do mock drafts,
Just get practice.
get a sense of where guys are going,
Yeah.
their ADPs, and get a sense of what you're gonna do, and practice drafting in different positions to get comfortable with that, right? Because you never know where you're gonna draft.
Exactly. And see, there's different ways you can approach this. So you can, most people will only draft for the first 8 picks, and then they'll leave the lobby, right?
Right. No.
So a lot of people will do that, right? Me and Josh, we like to stick through the whole thing.
Because you want to see.
You want to kind of get a feel
It's
of where
important.
the sleepers are going to be, because that's where it makes your team.
Those middle to late rounds are very crucial.
Yeah.
And now your first 4 or 5 picks, you got to nail those.
Yes.
Those are important, but don't neglect your middle late rounds. Those are also important. Now, right here, we're going to mock draft in ESPN. Shawn, I'm going to be drafting 3rd. You're going to be drafting
8th.
8th. All right, so I'm gonna be towards the top of the 3
Yeah.
of the top 3 picks. You're gonna be in the bottom 3 picks.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see how that works out. And we're doing this right now on ESPN because
Yeah.
it's me and Shawn doing this together.
Yeah, so we can actually have 2 separate accounts, so we can both show you
What we're
kind of
doing
how we're going to gauge both different aspects. Me and Josh are pretty similar on how we approach it. Obviously, we're going to be a little different, but we'll comment on each other's picks a little bit.
Poquito.
So he'll comment on my picks. I'll comment on his. We'll give our 2 cents after the pick.
All right, the lobby is full, and we're gonna get down
Are we
to
gonna
this.
start?
But however,
shit.
also gonna throw this in there. We're doing this on ESPN together. But however, we are gonna be doing our separate mock drafts
Individually.
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing all types of mocks. There's so many different ways you could do this. Now, when we do those our individual mocks, we're not gonna be using ESPN because ESPN is not our preferred place to mock.
No.
Where's our preferred place to mock, Shawn?
Fantasy Pros. We love their.
Yes.
First off, ESPN can be great, right?
Let's get in this lobby.
But Fantasy Pros is a lot better in the sense you can customize it a little bit more. Now, to customize it though, you do have to sign up for their services and all that. But it is completely worth it. Also, what makes it even worth it is that you're drafting against an AI, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about someone screwing up your draft because they takes a kicker in the 2nd round.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you'll see that a lot in ESPN. Hopefully we don't see that today. Fingers crossed. But I wouldn't doubt it. I honestly wouldn't.
Yes.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, we started using this last year, and it was just been like a godsend because it's so much better. Because right now we're in a full mock lobby.
Yeah.
But these guys are gonna pick a couple, and then they're probably gonna be out, right?
Yeah.
So you go to. We highly recommend you guys check out Fantasy Pros. Do the draft simulator. There's no other people. It's a AI, but the AI is so much more smarter and more legit at drafting than these fuckers here in this lobby. Yeah. Highly recommend it.
Highly. Now, the only reason we're not using that right now is because we can't have 2 separate accounts on one draft. So we will possibly do one where we're just one team and we debate it out each pick. Because there's not really a shot clock or a draft clock or whatnot. So we could take our time, go into depth a little bit. But this is just our very first draft, just kind of get a feel for it and see how everybody's drafting and go from there.
And also, guys, it's also available in the App Store and in Android.
Yeah.
So
I think it's Draft Wizard, I think it's called.
Right, yeah. So go check it out, Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard.
Fantastic.
Download that, and it's so easy. You can mock in about 5-10 minutes. Easy. And it's a legit mock.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to put those out for you guys. But we're going to be doing a series of videos here with me and Shawn here on the ESPN mock lobby. Right now, let's see, I'm drafting third. We got 43 seconds left to go.
Until it starts, yep.
Yeah, so Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, Zeke actually dropped his ADP one spot to number 4 because of what's been going on. Antonio Brown is now projected third.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, what about you? I'm drafting third. Now, if Zeke is still there at 3, I will take Zeke even if he's just facing a 2-game suspension.
Oh, hands down.
Easy.
Hands down. Yeah, well, first off, we'll probably go in a little bit more depth about it, but I think it's the most ridiculous thing that he is probably going to get suspended for that domestic violence accusation when it was proven that nothing ever happened and she was trying to blackmail him. But we'll go into depth about that in another video. Once it becomes official, we'll see if the NFL is that much of an asshole.
All right, here we go. He is now on the clock.
You know this guy's going to go Le'Veon. Like,
or
David Johnson. Le'Veon's over David Johnson. I would take David Johnson.
Yeah, if I'm going number 1 overall, I'm going David Johnson. Give me the guy who wants. He came out earlier and said that he wants to get 30 touches a game. He wants 30 fucking carries.
But it's not just carries. He's talking about overall runs and catches.
That's Walter Payton type work. That's how Walter Payton used to get that kind of fucking work.
But he can, man. He had over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, rushing and receiving last year. He had over 100 yards, like how many games in a row? I think an NFL record.
Yeah.
Over almost a 2-year span.
Exactly. And some people, the only concern I've had for David Johnson is people talking about, an auto draft right there.
Auto draft, this is why ESPN gets on my nerves.
But but David Johnson, there was some concern. I'm going Zeke right here, hands down. About the offensive line in Arizona, nah, fuck that. That doesn't matter to me when it comes to David Johnson.
It didn't matter last year.
And it don't matter to me that if Zeke is facing a 2-game suspension, if I'm drafting 3 in the top 3, I'm getting Zeke. And I suggest you do too.
I tell people, like, you got to look at Le'Veon Bell last year. What was he suspended? 4 games?
Yeah.
4 games? And yet he still finished in the top 5?
Yeah.
In running backs, or maybe even higher, top 5 overall or whatnot. I don't remember.
Right.
I have to look at it again, but he finished like one of the top backs, even with the suspension. Now, if you look at Ezekiel Elliott, he's more the focal point of the offense. He doesn't have an Antonio Brown on the outside, and we are built to run the ball, so he's gonna get his touches either way.
Oh yeah. So here's this guy number 4. He's gonna auto draft.
He's gonna pick Antonio Brown. Now the good thing is that this early, typically it's gonna be typically around the same picks, right?
So auto drafting
is just gonna fuck us later on.
Yeah, exactly. So this is exactly why we prefer to go Fantasy Pros.
I fucking hate ESPN.
So, yeah. You like to do mock drafts?
I understand that some people might be their internet connection might have gone down, something might have happened. I don't know.
I just don't get it. Like, why sign up for a fucking mock draft and not even show up? Because that's a lot of people do that shit too.
Yeah.
They'll just leave the draft. I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to mock here. Thank God we fucking found Fantasy Pros.
Yeah.
Because
I would have killed myself.
Oh my goodness.
Not really, but it was just painful because the thing is like if I see half the people auto drafting, I'd leave. I'm like, fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm going to try to join another one. Ooh. And I would do that like 4 or 5 times. And at that point, I was like, I'd have so many goddamn emails.
Shawn, you're the god!
Oh, shit. Okay, let me stop
talking. Go Mike Evans! Go Mike Evans!
Hold on. Calm down. Calm down, sir. Calm down. Right. So, who was drafted? So, we have... got
Shady McCoy, got Odell Beckham, Julio, Antonio Brown.
Julio fell to 5? What? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Ooh. What you going to do here?
Man,
running back,
I don't
receiver.
like to go receiver. I kind of don't feel like going to receiver this early, but I can't pass up on Mike Evans, can I?
Or AJ Green. I don't know. That's tough. That's really tough.
Shawn McCoy was taken already?
Shady. You got 10 seconds, sir.
All right, I'm going to go Mike. I'm going to go your boy Mike Evans.
You drafted Mike Evans, my boy.
Oh, God.
I wanted him.
I'm not typically big on taking a receiver.
He's a first rounder this year. Wow.
I can't believe I took a first round receiver. This is the first time I've never drafted a receiver first round.
That's good. I mean, you're doing something out of your element here. I like it. I'm
going to give it a shot and see how it turns out. If it fails badly, I have an excuse. I've never done it.
Let's see. There goes
Jordy
Nelson
over AJ Green. That's kind of a tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't take him.
I can understand Jordy because he led the league in touchdowns last year.
Right.
Coming off his ACL, he still didn't look fully healthy. But
I would have.
AJ Green, he's been every year. He's a dominant receiver. Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard went 10.
Wow.
Now here, if you're drafting 10, I'm going running back and receiver regardless. So he went 10. He should go AJ Howard.
He's got to go.
He should go AJ Green right here.
He's got to because you can't go.
He's thinking.
You can't pass up on a top 5 receiver in AJ Green.
Absolutely not. And T.Y. Hilton's right behind him, but T.Y. Hilton doesn't get
not bad either.
He's not bad, but the only thing about him is he doesn't get touchdowns.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of work, though. He has a lot of yards.
He was number 1 in yardage last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was number 1.
He was number 1 in yardage.
I'll be fucking Antonio Brown and all them guys.
Oh, shit.
What's he going to do?
It's going to be tough. I know he's thinking. He's like, oh, my God, AJ Green or T.Y. Woo! I'm hoping he doesn't take Devontae Freeman because I want Devontae Freeman.
Oh.
So,
damn it. You're going to get Freeman.
Amari Cooper?
He went Amari. He went
okay. I think that was more of a little bit of
he must be a Raiders
fan or something.
That happens.
Well,
all right, Shawn.
A lot of people are big on Amari. I'm not. He doesn't get touchdowns, so that's my issue with him. Now, I could go 2 top 5 receivers. You go Mike Evans and AJ Green.
Holy shit! Woo. You got it. That's what you want to do, man.
Nah, fuck
you can't go wrong. But I'd say you get.
I gotta go running back. I have to, and there's multiple running backs here. I have Melvin Gordon, DeMarco Murray, who I think should be higher.
I think so too.
Jay Ajayi, Lamar Miller, especially with Freeman now got arrested. He's probably going to be suspended.
Dante Foreman.
Yeah. I got to go Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon?
Hell yeah. Their offensive line's been revamped. Keenan Allen's coming back. Mike Williams has been drafted. Don't forget about Tyrell Williams. Okay. That was there last year. He was a great receiver last year. I think he was top 15, top 20. So they have so many weapons on that offense. It's going to make it easier for him to run.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited.
I don't know. I probably would have went Jay Ajayi there. I don't know.
See, Jay Ajayi,
or maybe
after
Lamar
that
Miller.
Little streak that he had, he became kind of
average. Now, how much of a bad taste is it? Does Lamar Miller give you from last year? Because you had him last year.
Oh God.
Because some people that happens to people. You know, I mean, Lamar Miller. I think he's gonna have a great season this year. And some people who did have him last year, they'll stay away from him because of that.
You know,
and I think that's a wrong thing to do.
I won't leave. I won't have a bad taste in my mouth. I'll still go after him if he's at the right spot. But I won't pick him over Melvin Gordon or anybody like that.
And Lamar Miller at 21 ADP, that's good value right there.
I can't believe he's going that far.
That's good.
Lamar Miller should be a top 2 round pick, just because the workhorse. He still did really good last year.
Yeah.
He just wasn't getting a lot of touchdowns because Houston could not score. Lamar Miller's off
the board. T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y.
All right, so now I'm on the board,
but
right?
You need to go receiver, right?
I should go
running back.
I should go receiver right here, but the wide receivers are so stacked. I could get me another stud running back and get receivers later. I mean, you got Michael Thomas.
You got to debate because you got to also remember you're coming up on another pick.
I got Michael Thomas here. I don't like his draft here.
Yeah.
Dez Bryant is great value here, but I'm gonna go with him running back. Why? Because I feel like this wide receiver core is just so deep. So I am gonna actually go DeMarco Murray.
Okay. See,
Tennessee Titans.
I like that because you go Murray right here. Probably when it comes back around, you could probably get DeAndre Hopkins.
Exactly, and
which is great.
Look at, I'm about to snake around real quick.
Or if you come, or the other way around. If you would have won Dez right there, that would have been great too because you could have gotten Leonard Fournette. Yep. So you have multiple kind of avenues here. To go. So you couldn't go wrong either way.
Marshawn Lynch went, Rob Gronkowski, and Dez Bryant. So now I am on the clock. I have a wide receiver here to go.
Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins is absolutely. I would prefer him over Demaryius Thomas. We don't know what's quarterbacks.
Alshon?
Alshon Jeffrey, injury prone.
Yep.
Even though he's got a great situation with Carson Wentz, I'm going to go DeAndre Hopkins because it doesn't really matter who the fucking quarterback is. This guy's going to get work, and he's going to put in work. I'm going DeAndre Hopkins is my number 1 receiver.
And I think that's great because of the fact that
woo! Look at that team, boy.
DeAndre Hopkins reminds me a lot of Mike Williams from college. So Deshaun Watson is used to having a guy like that, right? Someone you can just throw the ball up anywhere. It doesn't even have to be a good fucking pass. He's going to catch the goddamn ball.
All right. So Todd Gurley just went. Todd Gurley. That's good value right there.
See, that's good value, but it's still a risk. And I'm a little nervous about it.
I'm liking Todd Gurley this year.
I would take Todd Gurley 3rd round. End of 3rd round. If you would have fell to me at 28th right here, I know on the screen y'all can't see me highlighted because I'm drafting from my phone. I'm actually on the clock now. So let's.
You're on the clock.
You got
Leonard Fournette right there. You got Jarvis Landry.
Shit.
Brandon Cooks is still available. That is, I can't believe his ADP is 30. Wow.
Okay. See, I could go running back here, and then I have so many receivers after, right? I have Landry, Cooks, Keenan Allen down there. So, and even Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson left a bad taste in my mouth, but I think he's going to have a good year this year. So, you know what? I'm going to go Leonard Fournette because I can't pass up on a running back. He reminds me a little bit of Ezekiel Elliott's situation. He's going to be utilized a lot.
All right, so now you got Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, and Mike Evans. You're about to snake a rack around.
Yes.
You're probably
snake back around.
Snake back around. All right, so let's see. Jordan Reed. People started to take tight ends. They already took Gronk. Jordan Reed is up right here.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So,
but see, now I don't
personally. What do you think?
I don't like. I'm not gonna take a tight end this early. I'm not even thinking tight end until like round 7 or 8. Typically, I don't do that. Why? Because look at these tight ends.
Yeah.
Gronk, Jordan Reed, fucking monsters, but they're injury prone. I don't want to deal with that shit. Right? So I'd rather have a Delaney Walker or and to me, I think Kelsey is just fucking. I mean, he might be the best tight end this year.
Oh yeah.
Especially if Gronk doesn't stay healthy. So I'd rather go in the middle of the rounds, get a Walker or something like that.
No, I agree. And also, I look at it like this. When you get down to your tight ends, you only have one position you have to draft for, right? One starter. When you get to receivers, you have to get as many good receivers as possible because you have 2 starters on your team. In some leagues, you might have 3, even a flex. So either way. So I say always go after these skill players.
Jordan Reed.
And try to build up. Aaron Rodgers, our first quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers is off the board. That's another position right there. Quarterback, I'm not thinking quarterback in these early rounds. I'm just not doing it. Because
round?
Yeah, at least 7th, 8th round. That's typically what we do because quarterbacks, the drop off between the top guy.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Hold on.
And the bottom guys is not.
Oh, I have Keenan Allen, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. All right, so I'm gonna go receiver here, right? I have 2 running backs, and I gotta go with my second receiver. Now.
Need that receiver too,
man. That's tough. See, Sammy Watkins has a lot of potential, but he's injury prone, and he's on an offense that's going to run first. I love Jarvis Landry. I do. Oh, man. But Jarvis Landry has the same bye week as Mike Evans, but I love Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's going to have a breakout year. Oh, God.
1 or 2 guys I would do right here.
All right, I'm going to go Keenan Allen because he's actually on my list to have a breakout top 10 receiver year.
Okay. I like Landry or Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson is a guy who I think is going to have a huge fantasy bounce back season.
Oh, I agree. So. I think so too, but I can't take him over Keenan Allen because I think Keenan Allen has a overall better quarterback. So
Keenan Allen has not burned me once, twice, 3 times an injury. Like that motherfucker.
He hurt me last year. Remember, I drafted him. He got hurt. So you know what? I'm gonna give him another shot. And
all right, I'm coming up here.
I'll tell you the truth. I would have taken Jarvis Landry over him, but Jarvis Landry and Mike Evans had the same bye week, and I hate to have 2 studs out on the same week at the same position. So that just hurts your depth.
All right, so here I go. Auto draft, boom. Christian McCaffrey, Martavius Bryant. We got a fucking troll in the fucking mock lobby.
God.
I'm on the board. I got Zeke, I got DeMarco Murray, and I got DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm looking at getting another receiver. Another receiver here.
Your boy's there.
Let me see. We got
Allen Robinson. Weren't you just talking about Allen
Robinson?
Robinson?
There we go. That's Allen Robinson. ADP is 36 right now. I'm getting Allen Robinson in the 4th fucking round. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Give me Allen Robinson all day.
That's a good
Shout out to UCF Jaguar. he better not.
Yeah, I forgot. UCF, I got your boy Fournette.
So. Here I'm about to golden take. Isaiah Crowell. Damn it.
Crowell was taken?
Spencer Ware.
Sammy Watkins, Spencer
All right.
Ware.
So we got Julian Edelman, who's at 34. That's a tremendous value right there.
That's a great value.
Carlos Hyde, Terrell Pryor, Tom Brady, though.
See, this also I wanted to bring up. Only quarterback I would take before the 7th round is Tom Brady.
I'm going.
I would go him maybe 5th, 6th round.
Honestly, if Tom Brady is in the 5th round for real, I'm going Tom Brady. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going Tom Brady.
I've never seen you draft a quarterback earlier.
I'll take Tom Brady this year for real in the 5th round.
God.
But there's no way he's gonna be in the 5th round there.
I don't think so.
All right, so let's go to Shawn's roster here because he's coming up here soon.
Oh God, this is getting tough.
What's he gonna do? He's got his RB1, RB2, his wide receiver 1 and 2. So now he's here looking at flex, possibly a tight end, quarterback. Okay. We'll see. My guess, he's gonna go with a flex wide receiver, and I think I know exactly who it's gonna be.
Oh shit! Okay.
Let's see. Julian Edelman is still available. Damn.
He's gonna be taken with that auto draft. he's one of them.
Ooh, Travis Kelce's still up.
Travis Kelce is a monster, and I would not be against going tight end here.
Because here's
to solidify that starting spot.
Right, because we're about to enter we're in round 5.
End of round 5.
About to go in round 6. Yeah. Here's where I'm start thinking about tight end. I'll consider it.
I'll consider it too. Honestly, it's going to be tough for me right here because it just depends on who's still available.
Right.
Matt Ryan's off
the
board.
Ryan just went.
Oh, Matt Ryan that early?
Yeah.
See, I love Matt Ryan. I would have
liked Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is I think one of the top 3 quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
But I would still not take him until like maybe the 7th, 8th round.
Yes.
If he's still available. I just felt like
right.
I just don't.
That was a bit of a reach right there.
Yeah.
By that dude. Frank Gore just went. Bilal
Powell. And Julian Edelman is still available.
Julian Edelman is still. Shawn is on the clock. What's he gonna do here? What's he gonna do?
I was thinking about Julian Edelman. But there's someone else I like right there.
Okay, I know exactly who you're looking at. I know it.
Oh shit!
Don't I know it? What's Shawn gonna do?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce is there. That would not be a bad pick right there. I'll tell you.
But the question mark is that you don't know who the quarterback's going to be halfway through, so you don't know how that's going to progress.
I'm fine with Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. I think.
Oh, Travis Kelce.
Right. Very consistent, big ass fucking option for them.
I'm going Larry.
I'm going
Larry.
That's a great pick. Tell him why, Shawn, because we love him.
He's. I don't understand why he's rated so low. This guy last year was number 1 in receptions. So especially if you're in a PPR league or even a half a point PPR, think about that. He had 107 or 8.
People think he's old man Larry and he's going away, but it's not happened.
Don't forget that he was, I think, the number 1 targeted or top 2 or 3 targeted in the red zone last year.
People are still, every year, they're scared to draft old man Larry, and he proves them wrong.
Larry proves them wrong every
Carson
year.
Palmer, if he's healthy, he's going to Larry Fitzgerald.
Think about this. I got him as my number 3 receiver flex. He's my flex receiver. He's easily a top 10, top 15 receiver.
You got him in the fucking 6th round, Larry Fitzgerald. A guy who could be
end of 5th. It was the end of the 5th.
End of the 5th? Okay. Yeah. So a guy who could be a top 10, top 15 receiver.
And this is a big reason why I did that. So I
got to look for value here, folks. Value.
At this point, it's about to be my pick again. Travis Kelce still might be there, which he is. Oh my God, I didn't think he was going to be there.
Don't do it.
Taken? So we had Terrell Pryor taken after me. Brandon Marshall, which I
Greg Olsen?
Okay.
Damn it.
Mike Gillisley, or whatever, however say his name, from New England. He's projected to be the starter there. This is tough. I didn't expect Travis Kelce to be there, so this throws my whole mindset off.
Do it.
I was going to go running back. Because I like to get my 3 running backs, 3 receivers, and then go tight end.
Yeah, best running back available is Montgomery. I don't like that.
I'm not taking him. I'm looking a little bit
I'd rather have Dalvin Cook over him or Danny Woodhead.
You know what? I'm going to pass up on Kelce.
Yeah.
And I'm going C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson. Why is Montgomery and Danny Woodhead ranked over C.J. and Dalvin Cook?
I don't understand it. Now, I understand Danny Woodhead can be great, especially in PPR
even Eddie Lacy.
But Eddie Lacy should not be rated higher than no, Eddie Lacy wasn't. Eddie Lacy was lower because C.J. Anderson was right above Dalvin Cook.
Would you take Eddie Lacy over Danny Woodhead or Ty Montgomery?
Yeah,
I would.
Because I feel like Seattle got him for a reason. They want to go power again. Because that's when they got to the Super Bowl, what were they doing? They were running the ball.
Yep.
And they were letting Russell Wilson do a lot of play action fakes.
Oh. O.J. Howard just went. Dalvin Cook just went. Julian Edelman finally just went.
Oh, my God.
So, guys, here I am.
Who are you going to go, Josh?
Let's look at the best available tight end here. We got Delaney Walker. We got Tyler Eifert. Let's see.
Their draft position, what? They're 72?
I am going to go ahead.
Could wait.
I could wait, yes, but I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and shore up my tight end because the drop off between Delaney Walker as far as consistency is a huge drop off. I like some of these other tight ends, but I'm looking for sure guy.
Yeah,
I'm getting my guy Delaney Walker.
You're an asshole because I wanted him. I was hoping that he'd fall to me.
Walker. Oh, here I come again.
You're about to be on the clock.
Devontae Adams, Ty Montgomery went. Drew Brees.
So what's your team looking like, Josh?
I got Tom Brady, Zeke. I got DeMarco Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Allen Robinson, Delaney Walker. I'm going for my flex here, and there's one guy I'm going, and I'm going Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Woo! He was awesome for me last year. I picked him up in waivers.
7th round pick.
He murdered. This guy, and I saw him live, guys.
Fastest guy in the NFL.
I saw him live, and he is literally that fast. He is a freak of nature. Oh, shit.
Shawn, you're on the clock. Ooh, I got fucking Tyreek Hill in the 7th.
You know what? Ooh. Oh, God. I should go tight end, huh? Okay. Fuck. This is tough.
Ooh, Shawn, what you gonna do here?
So, at this point, I could try to reach for a tight end, but I feel like at this point, going Tyler Eifert's the best available. It's a little bit of a reach for me.
Okay. So, you're going to go running back here, wide receiver. You got Lacy right there.
See, I do like Lacy. I do.
You got, yeah. Joe Mixon? Oh, I know a guy who would love to take Joe Mixon right now. He's going
to be hitting those holes.
Stephon Diggs.
You know what? I'm going to go Eddie Lacy. I'm going Eddie Lacy. I'm going to
pick.
sure up, because that's another starting running back. You can never have enough starting running backs.
He's got, so you got 4 of them right now.
I'm loading up on running backs. Now, at this point, I could be okay with not drafting another running back at this point. Well, starter-wise. Now, at this point, it's got to be more of like potential, right?
Well, let me look at your running backs with that. You got Melvin Gore, you got Leonard Fournette, you got C.J. Anderson and Eddie Lacy.
All 4 of them can easily be.
So you got options there, right?
Yeah.
And you still got good receivers: Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, and Larry Fitzgerald.
Now my tight end is going to be a question mark. It depends on what happens here. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
So
let's see. Joe Mixon just went. Jamison Crowder.
So I'm curious to see how he performs. I'm on the fence about Washington players right now.
I like some of these wide receivers here over Jamison Crowder, though.
I do too, and I see one particular that I'm looking at.
I'm looking at. I think we're looking at the
same thing.
I think we're looking at the same.
Why do you think I went Eddie Lacy? See, this is why I'm like, man, I kind of need to go Tyler Eifert, but there's a receiver there that I really, really like.
I know. I see him. I see him.
Are you going to be mad if I draft him?
I think I will be. I think I will actually reach over and give you a nice fresh one. You want a fresh one, Shawn?
Yeah, I'll take a fresh one. You know what? Okay, Josh. You know what? I'll let you have him.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So what are you thinking here?
Oh, God. See, I'm thinking Tyler Eifert of that receiver. And I'll say it in a second.
Okay, all right.
What it is.
Okay, and then you got some running backs here. Okay, so like
I don't need running backs. It's got to be receiver or tight end for me.
Okay.
Now.
All right, here you go. Let's see.
So it's either going to be Tyler Eifert or Deshaun Jackson, which is exactly who Josh is looking at. So this is tough. This is really tough for me because I can solidify. But you know what? Actually, no, it's not. It's not even a second guess. I don't need Deshaun Jackson because I forgot I have Mike Evans. So I'm not going to get 2 receivers from the same goddamn team. That's out of the question. So I have to go Tyler Eifert.
Exactly.
Josh. And see, this is why you got to pay attention to your team. Deshaun Jackson is one of my top sleepers.
Knowledge is power.
But I can't have 2 receivers from the same team. It's logically does not make sense. They're both going to be out the same week. They're going to be stealing production from each other. Like, you don't want to have that headache.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
You want to kind of avoid that situation. So, Shawn, you got Melvin Gore, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Tyler Eifert. You got your tight end.
Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald, C.J. Anderson, and Eddie Lacy on your bench.
Let's go to your team, Josh.
All right, let's see what we're looking at. We got Tom Brady, Zeke, DeMarco Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Allen Robinson, Delaney Walker, and Tyreek Hill.
I like that. Now you got to go. You're gonna have to go running back, Josh.
I'm looking at running back right here.
You have to go running back. You got how many receivers? You got 3.
Yeah, Russell Wilson just went. Tyler Eifert, Tevin Coleman. So let's look at the running back situation right here.
Tevin Coleman is going higher than some of these other starters here. So I'm kind of on the fence about taking a backup over an RB1, like a starting running back. But Tevin Coleman is one of the exceptions because he's utilized just as much as Devontae Freeman.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind, guys. But there are some running backs here. There you have Theo Riddick is a question mark because you don't know if it's Amir Abdullah or Theo Riddick.
All right, well, since I'm drafting, let me go ahead and break that down since I'm drafting
you go
running
ahead.
back. All right, so here's the running backs I'm about to go. And there goes Theo Riddick and Dante Moncrief. So here's the running backs I'm liking right here. I don't mind Amir Abdullah right here. I also don't mind, let's see. Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy right here.
That's another guy.
The top touchdowns. Number 1 in touchdowns last year.
Wow.
And I'm going to go ahead and get him in this 8th round.
I don't understand how he's falling.
Booyah!
I have him a lot higher ranked than that. LeGarrette Blount should be easily a top 15 back, in my opinion.
All right, so and then you know what? There goes Amir Abdullah is still available.
You got to go.
And I'm going to go Amir Abdullah.
What about Paul Perkins?
Paul Perkins.
He's the starting running back for the New York Giants.
No offensive line. Amir Abdullah. They have a good offensive line over there, and they if he could just stay healthy, they want to use him. So I'm going Abdullah.
They didn't go out and get any free agents. They said, you know what, we are confident in Amir Abdullah if he's healthy. So they want to give that to him.
All right, so
let's see. What do I need? I'm thinking about quarterback here, Josh. I'm really on the fence about a quarterback. Oh, man. So I have Melvin Gordon, Fournette, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Eifert, Larry is my flex, CJ Eddie. So I could go another receiver here.
You go receiver. You start thinking quarterback.
I could start thinking quarterback. Looking here, we have Cam Newton's the best available, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, but there's still so many others later.
Wow, Cam Newton's still available. Last year he was going early.
He was gone in the first round. Wow. In our draft. So at this point, it's tough. I think I could get one. There's so many other receivers or quarterbacks there I can go after, so I might wait. Ooh. Oh my God, this has that and so.
All right, let's see what he's doing here.
All right,
that Chicago.
I went Willie Snead.
So and then there goes Cam.
Cam went right after. So Willie Snead. I'm a little nervous about the Saints offense, but Willie Snead did really well last year. First, second, they lost Brandon Cooks. All those targets got to go to someone.
Yep, and you know, Drew Brees likes to throw that damn ball 40-50 times a game.
And Michael Thomas, obviously, everybody knows about this motherfucker now. So, what's going to happen?
Volume matters. Look for, volume, opportunities, and value right here in these middle to late rounds.
Exactly. So, I had to go Willie Snead right here. So, I know there's other players here like Corey Davis, right? Like Corey Davis, rookie out of Tennessee. I almost went him, but at that point, he's a rookie. Willie Snead, we've seen him produce. So, I went with him. Now, Corey Davis might still be available, and look, he still is. But, now this is where it gets tough.
All right, so what are you doing here? You got your Willie Snead.
So, right now, I look at it like this. This is how I kind of evaluate. I have 4 running backs, 4 receivers. So, I can go either one now, maybe even go quarterback, maybe wait for a quarterback again. I'm thinking about waiting for another quarterback because there's still so many available. All right? So, I have Derek Carr, Big Ben.
You're not going to go Dak Prescott right here?
No. I don't believe Dak Prescott should be higher than some of these other guys. So, I'm going to actually scroll a little bit further down.
Go defense.
Go
kicker.
I am going to go with one of my sleeper picks. Okay?
All right. What's your sleeper?
Boom. Randall
Cobb.
So, Randall Cobb is my bounce back player of the year. This guy is going to beast. First, they did not give him a contract extension. First. Second, they said he's probably going to be a free agent. They're not going to re-sign him. If you go back and look at a lot of fantasy years, when players are in contract years, they outperform their projected stats. So I'm thinking Randall Cobb, and if anything, and let's look at their overall offense. They don't have a running game. They drafted that rookie running back Jamal Williams. Though.
All right, so here I go.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Let's see. I'm gonna take best available value right here. Matt Forte.
Oh, man, Matt Forte's still there.
Matt Forte's still there. I'm going Matt Forte.
You know, I don't understand why Matt Forte's rated so low. He was a top 10 back last year, and he was a monster. I know Billy Powell kind of started taking over a little bit more.
James White went, CJ Pro Size, Corey Coleman, and
Dak went off the board.
Dak goes off the board.
I already know who you should go right here, Josh.
Right here, I'm looking. I like Doug Martin also.
He's a starting running back.
Yes.
He's suspended for 4 games, but you're taking him so late. This is great value.
I could take him right here, and you know what I'm thinking? Doug Martin, I'm thinking trade right here down the road, folks. So I'm going to go ahead, go get that Doug Martin. Yeah. Maybe keep Matt Forte. Trade away Doug Martin later.
I think you had Matt Forte last year, didn't you?
And you got to think about those kind of things also, you know?
Yeah, you got to think about. That's why I got 4 running backs, because of the fact that I could trade them off.
Let's switch to your team here. There you go. What you gonna do?
All right, so.
Oh! All
right,
I know what I would do. I know what I would do.
Giovanni Bernard, Derek Carr, Darren Sproles. So there's a lot of good players here that are available. Okay, so I could go running back. I can go receiver. I could go quarterback. I still need a quarterback, don't I?
Yeah, you got a quarterback. I mean, eventually you're gonna have to do that shit.
Who's the best available? Oh, I still have a lot available quarterbacks.
So you could wait if you want to.
I could wait.
Feel comfortable?
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna take another sleeper here. Kareem Hunt. So Kareem Hunt was drafted by Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people are saying he's going to take over that starting spot from Spencer Ware.
Yeah.
We've seen it before. We've seen Spencer Ware do good.
Okay.
But then when Jamal Charles comes back, they still bench him, you know? Right. And they still give even other touches to other players, even when Spencer Ware's going off. So I don't feel like they trust Spencer Ware in that offense. I think they drafted Kareem Hunt for a reason, and I think he can easily be the starter by.
There were so many times last year I'm just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
They will not have a guy just be the ball hog. That's not Jamal Charles.
Kareem Hunt is a great player. I think
Jonathan Stewart just went off. He just went. Jonathan Stewart.
And I was thinking about taking Jonathan Stewart.
That was good value right there.
I was on the fence about drafting him. I just like Kareem Hunt because I think he could be the starter. I think Jonathan Stewart always going to lose some carries to Christian McCaffrey. So we'll see what happens there.
So does Shawn go finally quarterback right here? Usually I'm the last one between the two of us to get a quarterback.
I know.
I can't believe I went quarterback so early, but I just had to, you know?
Oh, yeah. You couldn't pass that up. But no, this next pick, I am definitely going to go quarterback. I have
There we go!
At this point. So I don't want to take a chance because with all these auto picks, you never know. Back, boom, boom, and then all my quarterbacks are gone. So I have options here, right? Hopefully, if not, Kirk Cousins is still there. Big Ben, Jameis Winston, Matthew Stafford, Phillip Rivers, Tyrod Taylor.
Ooh.
And Mariota.
Ooh, I like
Mariota. I don't understand how these guys, Jameis Winston and Mariota, are so low on the board.
I
know, honestly, a lot of people will say Kirk Cousins right here. I'm kind of on the fence about the Redskins and him losing 2,000-yard receivers.
I like Mariota and Winston over there.
I like them over them too. Looking at my team.
Even Big Ben.
This is tough. But you know what? I'm actually going to go with your boy, Jameis Winston. I got to. Because first off, I have his receiver in Mike Evans. Second, this guy has no running back starting for the first 3 weeks.
No.
Doug Martin's out for 3 weeks.
Oh.
So if you think about it, it's going to be all on.
All right, so here I go. I can't believe Jeremy Maclin is still available.
Oh my God!
I'm getting Jeremy Maclin here.
This guy.
Holy shit!
I think with him and Joe Flacco are going to murder.
All right, now I'm about to go again here.
This is value right here. This is
all right, so let's see. I'm going Martellus Bennett as my backup tight end right here. Yeah. I can't believe he's still available. That's ridiculous, guys.
That is pretty ridiculous. He's easily starting tight end. Now, a lot of people don't always go a backup tight end, and we're okay with that if you don't.
But you know what, Martellus Bennett. I mean, with the Green Bay Packers, they're not. They like to pass the ball, pass. That's all they're gonna fucking do. Martellus Bennett, he could probably see record touchdowns. I mean, his record right now is 7 for a year. He could probably hit 8 touchdowns right here. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna get Martellus Bennett in case something happens, Delaney Walker, and maybe even possibly trade Martellus Bennett to somebody who's needing a tight end.
So we're getting to the later rounds. This is the 13th round. I'm a couple picks away. I'm looking at possibly another tight end also.
Okay.
I'm honestly, in my opinion, I'm hoping Hunter Henry's still there.
Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry. Oh my God, if he falls, yes, Hunter Henry's there. Yes, Hunter Henry shows flashes.
I can't believe he's still available right here.
He showed flashes last year of really. He had 8 touchdowns.
Yep.
And that's before he really got in tune with Phillip Rivers. Now he's got a better offensive line there. Better weapons around him to take the pressure off of him. I got to go Hunter Henry.
Yep.
I got to. That's too good of a tight end right there. So, Hunter Henry's off the board. Now, my next pick. Now, honestly, what I'm thinking here, I do, honestly, and I've told you before, Josh, I really like Marvin Jones. Sorry. I like Marvin Jones. I think this is going to be a good value right here because he was actually a top receiver for a little bit of the year. And maybe another year with Matthew Stafford, maybe a better, well-rounded offense. He could do better. I'm thinking him, or I could always go backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. I also like John Ross is still available right here. Get the rookie wide receiver. Let's see. You also got you got Will Fuller there. No.
I could go Matthew Stafford.
Tyrell Williams.
Matthew Stafford could easily be a top 5 quarterback, and I can use that for trade bait later. So that's also what I'm thinking about, right? Jameis Winston and Matthew Stafford.
There you go.
Oh, this is tough.
You're on the clock, bro.
Because I already have many
receivers. And there goes John Ross.
Yeah, John Ross off the board. So I have how many receivers? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. So I'm pretty even. I like to always keep it pretty even on my team.
Okay.
This is tough. I'm thinking about Matthew Stafford. I could go Jacquizz Rodgers to kind of fill for Doug Martin for those few weeks.
Right. Okay.
Man, this is where it gets tough. But you know what? I'm gonna go Mariota.
Mariota. All right, got your.
I'm going Mariota because I like him actually over Matthew Stafford.
Could also be trade bait too.
He's also could be trade bait because I think he's going to be a great pick. But Matthew Stafford, honestly, only reason I went Marcus Mariota is because I think he's going to be a top 5.
All right, guys. So I'm down to my last 3 picks here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here, and sometimes I don't do this. Normally don't do this, but you know what? This time I'm going to go ahead and go defense right here. I'm going to go defense, and then I'm going to go. Best available player, and then I'll get my kicker last. So we got the Vikings, Patriots, Cardinals, Panthers, Bengals. I'm going to go Cardinals right here.
Oh, that's a great value.
I'm going Cardinals, and I got my defense.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go.
Solid. They get turnovers. Oh, God, dude, that's a monster defense.
All right, so now I'm going to get best available player right here.
What are you going to get?
You got Doxson, you got Kevin White, you got Charles Sims, Jeremy Hill. Let's see. I'm going to go back up quarterback, actually.
Oh, and I know your boys there.
Yeah. We got Phillip Rivers there.
Yeah. See, Carson Wentz is a lot lower than I thought.
Very intriguing, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is there. Oh, Matthew Stafford was taken, huh?
Matthew
Stafford was taken.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go
I like Carson Wentz or Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers is a sleeper quarterback for me. So,
all right, so I'm going to go ahead and go Carson Wentz because Phillip Rivers is actually the bye week as Tom Brady.
I just noticed that.
So,
okay.
there we go.
So, now it's coming up to me. So I have to go defense, and I got to go kicker. There's no other positions I can go because everything else is filled up.
Yep.
So at this point, I'm going to go defense. Kicker, I always say for last.
I don't Absolutely.
Give a fuck about kicker. Okay? Now, and there's so many good defenses still available. We have the Giants. We have the Vikings, Patriots, Panthers, Jags, Giants, Chargers, Titans. I don't understand why everybody's really big on the Panthers. I don't feel like they improved that much in the secondary. I gotta go Giants.
Shit! Cowboys fan taking the Giants.
Oh man,
what's
that's
up?
Their defense is solid. They did lose Hankins, I believe.
They have a goddamn good defense,
but their defense is solid.
Their secondary is holy.
I know it for a
shit
fact.
Good.
I know it for a fact they have a good defense because we played them twice and that's the only team that beat us. So I got to give props to them.
All right.
But yeah. I had to go Giants right there. I think they're the best defense out of all those remaining. Patriots possibly, but I think the Patriots might lose some value because they're going to be scoring so many points. People have to put up a lot more points. So a lot of people don't realize that teams are going to put up points on that kind of defense or that kind of team.
All right.
Kicker, what should I do? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just pick one of the top. There's plenty of kickers.
Yeah. I mean, typically, I would like to get a kicker who's going to be in a high-powered offense.
Yeah.
One that probably won't even punch it into the end zone because, you get field goals and shit.
Yeah, you want field goals. Like Justin Tucker last year, he kicked less extra points than Dan Bailey, but he had a lot more points because he kicked more field goals because they couldn't get in the red zone or end zone. So at this point, I'm looking at Matt Prater, Carlos Santos, and Mason Crosby.
Santos.
I thought Santos because I'm not sure if they'll be able to punch it in, right?
Right.
Mason Crosby, you think Aaron Rodgers, they're probably definitely going to punch it in.
Yes.
Matt Prater, I think they're going to punch it in a lot with Detroit, so I got to go Santos. Santos,
give me those field goals.
I don't know what that was, but yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, shit.
All right, so after we're done with this, we're going to
recap.
We're going to recap everybody's team and look at how everybody did at all the
here we go. Dustin Hopkins.
You should go your Chicago kicker.
Chicago.
Who's Chicago's kicker, anyways?
I think.
Do you know?
Let's see.
Connor Barth is a kicker.
I think I'm gonna go Dustin Hopkins here, or Phillips, or Caleb Sturgis.
Ooh.
Shit.
Or Lutz from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
They might not be able. Well, AP. They might be able to punch it in.
So I'm gonna go Dustin Hopkins. Why? Because I think the AFC South defenses are pretty stout.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes into the red zone next year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Dustin Hopkins. Get those field goals.
You know who I think you should always stay away from? One kicker you should stay away from is Pittsburgh's.
Yes.
They like to go for 2 points all the time, so he's not going to get extra points.
4 point. And then also going for it on fourth down. They like to do that a lot.
They are a very aggressive team, so you just stay away from any kicker Pittsburgh. I think it's Boswell's a kicker.
So let's recap your draft, Shawn.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so let's see. Here,
I'll let you handle this one.
You got your quarterback, Jameis Winston. Mm-hmm. Your two starting running backs are Melvin Gordon and Leonard Fournette as your RB 1 and 2s. Your wide receiver 1 and 2s are Mike Evans and Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Your starting tight end is Tyler Eifert. Your flex is Larry Fitzgerald. Giants defense. You got Santos as your kicker. And then here's your bench. C.J. Anderson, very nice. Eddie Lacy, also very nice.
Yep.
Willie Snead, Randall Cobb, Kareem Hunt, Hunter Henry, Marcus Mariota. Now I'm going to say this. Hunter Henry and Marcus Mariota and Randall Cobb, how the fuck did they go so late? I expect that to change as we get closer towards the season.
Yep.
Once training camp, preseason starts, because there's no way those guys should be available that late.
It shouldn't. Like
Marcus Mariota should be a starting quarterback.
Mariota, I honestly, we're going to come out with our fantasy rankings probably within another week or so, right? I easily probably have him in my top 10. Or right there, the top 12 in Mariota. I think he's got a good, solid offense around him. He's got a good running game.
Yep.
And he's got weapons finally to throw the ball to.
And then Randall Cobb, yes, he had a down year last year, but I think they're going to be bounced back. And they got rid of Lacy, and they got Ty Montgomery. They're just going to pass 50 times a game. So that's awesome right there. Tremendous value. And then here's another thing.
Think about this. The Packers were shitty when they were trying to run the ball. When they finally decided, hey, fuck running the ball, let's throw the ball.
Towards the second half of the season, they said, fuck it.
Destroyed.
Fuck it, let's just fucking pass the ball every goddamn play.
That's what they're going to do this year.
Hunter Henry. Now, some people are going to have concerns about Antonio Gates, especially when the coaching staff came out earlier this week and they said that Antonio Gates will be heavily used in the red zone. And you're like, oh, shit, that kind of fucks over Hunter Henry a little bit. But he's going to get a lot of looks. I think he's going to get more receptions, more yardage than Antonio Gates. And then Antonio Gates is old, so he might go down again. So
yeah, and that easily can happen. And I look at it like
this.
Of course, Antonio Gates will have a lot more looks in the red zone than Hunter Henry because Antonio Gates and Phillip Rivers they've been playing how many years together? 10 years probably. So they have a connection. They don't even have to say anything.
Absolutely.
But one thing is throughout the year, Hunter Henry will develop that, especially if Antonio Gates goes down. Hunter Henry will develop that chemistry with Phillip Rivers. And eventually he will start getting those looks.
Jameis Winston is a starting quarterback. Some people might go, really, Jameis Winston? But let me tell you something. AFC South has some of the easiest schedule for the passing game. Yes. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. So just look for AFC South quarterbacks to just feast. And Jameis Winston, he's got look at all those weapons. You got Deshaun, you got Mike Evans, my boy, and look at those tight ends, OJ Howard and Cameron Brate.
Cameron Brate was a top 6.
That shit is going to be fucking legit. So I like Jameis Winston as a starting quarterback. And then, so you got Leonard Fournette. You got a rookie running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, he could have, who knows? He could have a similar season to Ezekiel Elliott. I fully expect him to be the rookie of the year this coming up season.
He's going to be the workhorse. They want to take the pressure off Blake Bortles. We've seen Blake Bortles turn over the ball a lot.
Yep.
They're trying to avoid having him to throw the ball 50 times. They want to
ground
control
and pound.
They want to control the clock. And their defense, Jags' defense, were actually pretty solid last year. But the issue was they were on the field too long.
Yep.
With all the turnovers and stuff by their offense. So not throwing the ball will limit those turnovers. Their defense will be better. So that's what they want to do. They're going to do exactly what the Cowboys did last year.
Now, Tyler Eifert as a starting tight end. Tyler Eifert, he was very injury prone last year. But you know what? He's expected to be fully healthy this season. Yeah. And Tyler Eifert, when he's healthy,
red zone.
Dude is a monster. Andy Dalton loves Tyler Eifert. Now,
and he was hurt because he got hurt in the Pro Bowl. Yeah. Remember? He hurt his ankle really bad in the Pro Bowl, and he said he'll never play in the Pro Bowl again.
I picked him up last year, throughout waivers, and I was just waiting. I had him sitting there, and I was waiting for him to come back. And now Larry Fitzgerald, great value pick right there. This guy, I think, will
flex.
be a top 15, no doubt in my mind, receiver this year, and you have him as your flex. That gives you a huge advantage over somebody else when you have Larry as your flex. So keep that in mind, folks. People are every year. I've seen it for the past 3 years. Every single year.
Yep.
People are scared to draft Larry because he's old.
And even when Carson goes out, he still gets
He's going to get that ball, and that dude puts in work.
He's a quarterback-friendly receiver, no matter who throws the ball.
So, I think you did very well, Shawn.
I appreciate
for your
Josh.
mock. You drafted 8th in the overall.
Yeah.
So, That's what you did. Now, I drafted in the top 3. I drafted 3rd overall.
Yep.
Let's see how I did.
All right, let me look.
Drafting in the front of the draft.
All right, I'm going to scoot up here and take a look. All right, so you guys, starting quarterback Tom Brady, which we're both high on Tom Brady, right? He can easily have another, what is it, 06?
07 Patriots?
07 Patriots, sorry.
I'm fully expecting it.
He could. Now, I really like Tom Brady. You got him at, what, 5th round? That's a great value. I'm okay with that pick. Usually you don't go quarterback that high, so it kind of shocked me. But I like it, Josh. Out of your element. I like it.
To show how much I love about Tom Brady this year.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
So then we have Ezekiel Elliott, which you already know how much I love him.
Even with the suspension, I ain't worried about it.
He's still going to be solid. And let's look at your other running backs besides him. So because you got to fill for those couple of weeks, right? DeMarco Murray, top 3 in rushing last year. Phenomenal. Then you have DeAndre Hopkins, okay, I know he had a down year last year, but that's because Brock Osweiler was just so amazing, according to the tape. But I think he's going to have a bounce back year. Deshaun Watson and him, I think, are going to have great chemistry. Especially if Watson starts, which I think he will. Fingers crossed. If he starts, DeAndre Hopkins, top 10, if not top 5 receiver. Then you have Allen Robinson, which I think he burned me last year. But with Leonard Fournette, it's going to, like I said, it's going to create better opportunities.
Look for those play action, baby.
Exactly. And it's not going to allow a safety to be... It's going to have the safety going to have to come in the box because of Leonard Fournette. So it's going to open it up for Allen Robinson. Then you have your tight end, Delaney Walker. Me and you... Oh, God, dude. I love Delaney Walker. I wanted Delaney Walker, and you took him. I was so pissed. So Delaney Walker's great, especially in PPR. This guy was a monster in the past, 3 years. Tyreek Hill, which we all know is a fucking monster. Cardinals, Dustin Hopkins, Garrett Blunt. Oh, God, you got such great value. I don't understand how he felt. He's on a good offense, right? Carson Wentz up and coming. Doug Peterson is a great offensive guy.
Yep.
He's going to know how to utilize Blunt. I know a lot of people are nervous about him because he's disappeared in some offenses, but Doug Peterson is going to definitely utilize him well. Amir Abdullah, Matt Forte, Doug Martin, Jeremy Maclin, Martellus Bennett, and Carson Wentz. So, usually you don't go backup quarterback. I like it, though, because Carson Wentz has a great potential.
You guys notice that on my bench? Is any of those guys not the starter?
No. And that's what you got to go for. So, the only guy there that might not be the starter is Matt Forte. But for some reason, I don't know why. Everything I've read, they're saying Balil Powell is going to be the starter, this and that. But I really think Matt Forte is a better overall running back. And he produced it last year, even though he was old, he still produced. So, I still think he's the number one guy to look for. Because I think if you're going to get Balil Powell, you got to get Matt Forte, in my opinion. So, I love your bench. You got starters all the way around. Starting running backs. Jeremy Maclin. Him and Joe. I love your team, dude. I think you got probably the top team in the league with the running backs you got. Now, you're looking at the guys that replace Ezekiel Elliott for those couple weeks. You got Blunt there. You got Amir Abdullah, Matt Forte, Doug Martin. Well, Doug Martin's suspended, but you got plenty of players to fill for Ezekiel Elliott, even if he's suspended.
Yep.
So I think you're solid at running back.
So, guys, let us know what you thought about our mock draft here, about Shawn's team, my team, and our thought process on it. Yeah. And definitely look out for more of, you see, there's a lot of people, auto drafting here, which is why we're not going to go over some of these other teams because it's all bullshit. We had a guy trolling here, but again, I'm going to throw this out there. We're doing ESPN right now, mock drafts, because it's both of us here, and that allows us to do that. But honestly, when we do our own mock drafts, look out for those. We're going to do our individual mock drafts. We're going to be using what, Shawn?
Fantasy Pros, or Draft Wizard,
Absolutely.
I think it's called. So you go to fantasypros.com, and there's going to be a draft simulator right there. You click on that, it is phenomenal.
You're playing with the AI, but I'm telling you, it's the best mock out there because they are going to legitimize your mock. Because when you're playing with other guys, people leave. There's auto draft. You got people who troll and they do stupid picks.
Yeah.
Go to Fantasy Pros, do their draft simulator, and you're gonna have a much better time mock, and it's so much more faster. You can do a whole mock within 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and what's great about it also is that you can actually pick what software you use. If you use ESPN or Yahoo or whatnot, you can select which one, and it'll
go
go
off
with those rankings and those settings. So,
and if you have an iPhone, you got an iPad, you got an Android, they got an app, so you can go ahead and do that. You can do it on your lunch break and shit like that. But guys, this was our first mock draft video. We're going to be doing a whole lot more mocks. From between now and by the time to draft.
Oh, I can't wait, dude. We're going to have we're going to do personal ones that we might not upload. I'm probably going to be doing hundreds.
Yes. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch. And guys, comment down below what it is that you guys want to see in particular.
Yeah, if you have a particular, if you want us to draft at a certain spot, or if you have certain questions about, what we drafted, why we drafted this person over this person, ask us. Get more details from us. We'll gladly go over that. And we definitely want to obviously do some live streams of this eventually. We've talked about doing that, so look out for that in the next week or two.
And who does better live streams than us here on the Sports Sphere? Right?
I don't know.
So
no one.
So guys, there's so many different ways to mock, so many different strategies out there. Yeah. Some probably you guys never even heard of. So we're going to be doing these. We're going to be pumping them out. And just be sure to look out for those. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep.
Be sure to like and share this with everybody you know.
Yep.
And Shawn?
Follow us on Twitter.
Absolutely.
And we have a new Instagram now.
Oh, we got an Instagram. We're on the gram. Oh, shit.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Is that what people do on the gram?
No, people don't do that at all.
Damn it. I was lied to.
I don't know who lied to you, but that was awesome. That was probably the best thing.
Look, some very provocative photos coming from us here on the Sports Feed.
And the link is going to be on our page, so check it out. We're still trying to get the hang of it, so bear with us. But we'll definitely be trying to post.
These are gonna get so fun. All right, guys, we're gonna head out, and we'll see you guys in the next mock video.
Yeah. And all right. Oh, sorry.
What was that? Okay.
I don't know, dude. I'm tired.